The resistance will live forever.
Things are only getting worse here in Canada. Welcome back to Moose and Loose. My name's David. Today, what we've got is massive mobs. We've got a couple different stories here, but the main story, massive mob here in Mississauga has taken over the streets. They are chanting, they are protesting, they are saying unimaginable things in Canadian streets in Mississauga. We've also got them ripping up sod, doing their chants in other places. Also got some footage of zombie apocalypse here going on in Vancouver. This is all happening today in Justin Trudeau's Canada. Let's jump into it. So our top story here, check this out. We've got posted on Leviathan here. Calls for jihad were made in Arabic en masse in Mississauga yesterday following the approval of its mayor Carolyn Parrish to hold a vigil for Hamas Yahya Sinwar despite cancellation. So this is the leader of Hamas who was taken out, a terror lord that they want to celebrate in our country. And you'll see here it says jihad is our path, our purpose is Allah, death is the way of Allah, is our best aspiration.
Jihad sabiluna, sabiluna al-jihad. غايتنا الله والجهاد سبيلنا والموت في سبيل الله أسمى أمانينا. تكبير تكبير. على القدس رايحين شهداء بالملايين. على القدس رايحين شهداء بالملايين. على القدس رايحين.
Canadians don't want these anger mobs in our country. I'll just say it for everyone. Seems they'll do everything possible except go home and fight for their country. What are they waiting for? These folks are like walking, talking hazard signs, and it's high time we took out the trash, don't you think? T-word calls in the streets of Canada. Enough with this BS. There's a lot of people calling for these people to be deported. They might as well be chanting death to Christians. This is beyond appalling, holding a vigil for Yahya Sinwar. Astonishing behavior. This appeasement is exactly why Canada is going down this way. In other news, we've got pro-Hamas loyalists in Calgary attempted to block roads next to the Harry Hayes federal building like they do in Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal. Did not quite work out though as they thought as mass arrests took place and fast. So I've noticed in Alberta, they arrest these people. They don't actually let them just do this stuff. It's interesting. So we're going to mute some of this audio because the old YouTube here doesn't like that stuff. I can't play this footage, but we'll just jump through. They arrest some of these people. They do it pretty swiftly. So interesting to see how it's being handled differently in different parts of the country. We've also got some protesting going on in Nanaimo. This is footage I shot myself. What I notice about these groups, they're mostly old white women, and there's a few people with scarves who are clearly Palestinians. And here's a few other shots I got. You'll notice with this one, this is driving underneath this. Like, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do this in Canada because this is distracting to drivers, but they don't care. Here they are, pretty busy, street corner terminal Ave here. We've got some protesters here. This has been Nanaimo, folks. Apparently the media is lying. That's what they're saying. It's true. The media does lie. I wonder how many of these idiots would be happier under Sharia law. That's a great question. I don't think they realize what Sharia law is and what that entails. Here are some more facts. This is the streets of Vancouver.
This kid here has been lying there for about, half an hour, sleeping on the sidewalk. Nobody's checked him. I keep looking out the window. I have not seen one person check him. If somebody did check him, it's when I'm watching my movie. But it's hard to watch the movie when you got, like, hey, is he breathing? Is that dude breathing? Like, Sarah Bly is okay.
This is zombie land here. This is just terrible. Every single corner, every single street in this area is just so bad. West Hastings, downtown Vancouver. I used to live 3 blocks from here. I'm so used to this, but not on this level. Thank God I don't live around here anymore. This is David Eby's BC. Okay, we got some music here, but basically, yeah, we've got zombie land here in Vancouver. I used to live not too far from this, probably about 4 blocks away, and it has only gotten worse, a lot worse. It really is zombie land. Like, if you wanted to do a zombie apocalypse kind of movie or whatever, this is where you'd go to get inspiration, because you wouldn't be far off. It's really sad what David Eby has done to this province. Streets aren't safe anymore. You definitely don't want to go in these neighborhoods. Stay away. Next up, we got Calistanis here wielding their swords. This is ridiculous. As a concerned Canadian says here, this is a blatant example of Trudeau's cultural enrichment and diversity. I pride myself on how tolerant and accepting I am, but candidly, I'm reaching the point of intolerance. Your thoughts? Yes, I am also reaching that point. It's too much. If a Canadian was running down the street with these swords, like, let's get real. The police would arrest us. Because we don't look like them, because we're not waving these yellow flags, the police are fine with this? This is ridiculous. What if they decided to use these swords in other ways aside from a religious protest? When they are allowed to carry weapons because of their religion, that's where the line is crossed. Exactly. What's going to stop one of them from going nuts on someone who doesn't agree with them or says the wrong thing? And if you say something, you're a racist, this is not going to end well. Old stock Canadians are fed up with this crap. It won't take much to start something, and if it does, it won't be pretty. Next up, we got more Hamas supporters here in Toronto, targeting a Toronto Jewish community at Bathurst and Shepherd with anti-Semitic incitement.
The resistance will never die! Because until Palestine is liberated, until the Palestinians are given every single right that they have been given, the resistance will live forever!
Where are the police? Why are they holding up Canadian Tire signs? Oh, it's funny. They don't even realize how funny this is because they don't even know anything about our country. Will this crap ever end? I mean, I'm all for freedom of expression and speech. I support people's right to protest, but come on, constantly, seriously, what has it accomplished? Nothing. We've got a really dumb example of them accomplishing nothing right here, ripping up sod. That's right, rip up the sod and then put up the middle finger right to the institution. Right, guys? That'll free Palestine. Come on, put these people in jail. If I were in charge, they'd all be in jail for 5 days each and have to spend 5 days picking up garbage off the sides of highways. That's for their first infraction of ripping up the sod. It would get perpetually worse. Where are the police? Why are these immigrants allowed to continue to disobey our laws? Who is going to stop them? And when is it going to happen? So destructive, it's much better to build than destroy. Egypt refused them, and now we're seeing why. They don't even know what their cause is. They unburdened the garden. They don't know anything but how to destroy. This comment, like, all they know is to destroy. Like, all these comments, a bunch of them are the same. They destroy pretty much everything they touch. Be sure to subscribe here on my extra channel. This is my second channel where I can share more of these more spicy stories. Also, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.